The intermediate rifle cartridge completely changed the world of rifles. It was a revolutionary idea that introduced a new type of fighting rifle, a new type of patrol rifle, a new type of home defense rifle, and even a new hunting rifle. Let's discuss the intermediate cartridge, its history, and its benefits before talking about a few of the more popular intermediate cartridges and what they're good for. First up is the undisputed king, the 5.56x45 NATO, and its civilian twin, 223 Remington. The 5.56 NATO and its civilian counterpart, the 223 Remington, are the gold standard for the AR-15 platform. If you've ever picked up an AR-15, odds are it was chambered in one of these. While they're often treated as interchangeable, there's a subtle distinction. Rifles chambered in 5.56 NATO can safely fire 223 Remington ammo, but a rifle marked 223 only shouldn't shoot 5.56 due to higher pressure levels in the military round. For most shooters, though, this is a minor footnote. Both rounds dominate the AR-15 world for good reason. The 5.56 range comes down to availability and affordability. Ammunition is mass-produced by virtually every major manufacturer, from Federal to Winchester, and it's widely available in bulk online or at local gun stores. Magazines, uppers, optics, and accessories are standardized around this cartridge, keeping costs low. During ammo shortages, 5.56 NATO and 223 Rem is often the first to reappear on shelves, a testament to its popularity. Beyond logistics, its versatility shines. For home defense, 223's tendency to fragment in soft tissue and penetrate drywall less than pistol rounds or birdshot makes it a surprising contender for close quarters battle. Studies like those from the FBI's ballistic testing show that lightweight 55-grain projectiles tumble and break apart upon impact, reducing over-penetration risks in urban settings. Pair this with a 10.3-inch barrel and you're still pushing 2,600 feet per second, delivering lethal energy for coyotes or intruders alike. In competition, the 5.56's low recoil and pinpoint accuracy make it a staple in three-gun and action shooting sports. A 62-grain FMJ round like the M855 Green Tip offers a flat trajectory out to 300 yards, perfect for ringing steel or engaging multiple targets quickly. For hunters, heavier 77-grain loads extend the effective range for small to medium game, though it's not ideal for larger animals like deer beyond 200 yards due to limited energy retention. If you need one round to do it all, tactical, competition, hunting, home defense, 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington is your Swiss Army knife. Next up, we have the 300 Blackout cartridge. When designers cooked up 300 Blackout, they weren't trying to replace 5.56, they were trying to complement it, especially in suppressed short barrel setups. And boy, did they succeed. Introduced by Advanced Armament Corporation in 2011, it's a favorite for shooters who value flexibility. The beauty of the 300 Blackout is its compatibility. Keep your AR-15 lower, magazines, bolt, and carrier, just swap to a 300 Blackout upper with the appropriate barrel and gas system. This simplicity has made it a darling of the AR community. The 300 Blackout was born for suppressed shooting. Pair a short 8 to 10-inch barrel with subsonic 220-grain bullets and a suppressor, and you've got a whisper-quiet setup, perfect for night hog hunting or discreet range time. Subsonic rounds hover around 1,000 feet per second, delivering roughly 500 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle, akin to a 45 ACP. Switch to supersonic 125-grain loads, and you're reaching velocities of 2,200 feet per second with over 1,300 foot-pounds, stretching past 400 yards with solid terminal performance. This duality makes the 300 Blackout a 2-in-1 cartridge. Subsonic ammo excels in close-range, stealthy applications, while supersonic rounds compete with the 7.62x39 for mid-range hunting or defense. Recoil slightly sharper than 5.56. Think a mild kick rather than a shove, but it's tame compared to larger 30 caliber rounds like the .308 Winchester. For personal defense weapons or backyard suppressor builds, the 300 Blackout shines. Its ability to cycle reliably in short barrels with a can attached makes it a go-to for tactical enthusiasts. Hunters appreciate its heavier bullets for taking down hogs or deer within 200 yards, especially in dense woods where shots are close. Just note that subsonic rounds drop off quickly past 100 yards, so match your ammo to your mission. Now let's talk about a true battlefield legend, the 7.62x39mm, the round that made the AK-47 legendary. Developed in 1943 for the Soviet SKS and later immortalized by the AK-47, this cartridge delivers raw power. With a 123-grain bullet at 2,400 feet per second, it generates around 1,600 foot-pounds of energy, nearly double the 5.56's output, making it a close-range juggernaut. Its barrier penetration is unmatched among AR-15 rounds. Whether it's car doors, heavy brush, or light cover, the 7.62x39 punches through where lighter rounds falter. This makes it a favorite for hunters and thick cover or tactical shooters running barrier drills. At 200 yards, it's still effective, though its rainbow-like trajectory becomes pronounced past 300 yards due to a modern ballistic coefficient. Recoil is noticeably snappier than 5.56 NATO or 300 Blackout, and muzzle rise can slow follow-up shots. For AR-15 builds, you'll need dedicated magazines since standard 5.56 mags won't accommodate the wider case. Rural shooters love these 7.62x39 for its stopping power on medium game or varmints through obstacles. However, in home defense, its over-penetration risks make it less ideal in urban environments. Historically tied to the AK, its adoption in AR-15s showcases the platform's adaptability, blending Soviet muscle with American modularity. Stepping into the future, we have the 6mm ARC, a real game-changer for the AR platform. Developed by Hornady and tested in real-world military applications, 6mm ARC is built for precision. It's designed to send sleek, high ballistic coefficient bullets, typically between 105 and 110 grains, at velocities fast enough to stay supersonic out past 1,000 yards. That kind of performance used to require a full-size .308 rifle. Now it fits into an AR-15-sized package. You'll feel a bit more recoil than with the 5.56, but it's still significantly less than the punch of a .308. The ballistics are incredibly impressive, flatter trajectories, better wind resistance, and a level of precision previously reserved for bolt-action match rifles. The catch, of course, is price and availability. 6mm ARC components are still relatively new, meaning higher costs and limited availability compared to legacy cartridges. As a newer cartridge, ammo and components are premium priced and harder to find than 5.56 or 6.5 Grendel. You'll need a quality scope and bipod to maximize its potential, adding to the investment. Still, for shooters chasing 800 to 1,000-yard shots with an AR-15, the 6mm ARC is worth every penny. For the long-range crowd who wants something proven, there's 6.5 Grendel. Before the 6mm ARC, the 6.5 Grendel ruled the long-range AR-15 scene. Released in the early 2000s by Alexander Arms, the 6.5 Grendel was designed to fix one of the AR-15's biggest shortcomings, reaching out to longer distances with authority. While 5.56 struggles past 500 to 600 yards, 6.5 Grendel excels, remaining lethal and accurate well past 800 yards. The cartridge fires bullets typically in the 90 to 130 grain range, with 123 grain loads being the most popular for a balance of trajectory and energy. Muzzle velocity typically falls between 2,400 and 2,600 feet per second, depending on barrel length and bullet weight. While slower than 5.56, the superior ballistic coefficient of the 6.5mm bullets results in less drop, better wind resistance, and much stronger retained energy at distance. In hunting circles, 6.5 Grendel quickly became a favorite for medium game like deer and antelope. Many hunters appreciate that they can carry a lightweight AR-15 into the field instead of a heavier AR-10 or bolt-action rifle and still have enough punch for ethical kills beyond 400 yards. You can sacrifice a little magazine capacity. Standard 5.56 mags that hold 30 rounds will only hold about 20 Grendel rounds, but your existing lower trigger group and buffer system remain unchanged. Unlike the newer 6mm ARC, 6.5 Grendel has had time to mature in the market. That means better ammo availability, more rifle choices, and a stronger aftermarket support network. Straddling the middle ground between light and heavy hitters is the 6.8 SPC. The 6.8x43mm SPC was developed in the early 2000s by Remington with input from U.S. Special Forces, who wanted more effective terminal performance out of short-barreled rifles in close-quarters battle situations. 5.56 NATO was often criticized for lackluster stopping power, especially out of shorter barrels, and 6.8 SPC was meant to correct that. The round typically fires bullets weighing between 85 and 115 grains with velocities between 2,550 and 2,900 FPS depending on load and barrel length. In short barrels, 6.8 SPC provides significantly more energy on target compared to 5.56, making it a devastating round for hunting medium game like deer or hogs, or for defensive use where heavier hits are needed. While its popularity never quite eclipsed 5.56 NATO, civilian shooters, especially hunters, took notice. A 6.8 SPC upper on a standard AR-15 lower gives you a lightweight rifle with power approaching early 30-30 Winchester loads, but with modern ergonomics and magazine-fed speed. You'll need new magazines and a different bolt, but many components like the lower receiver, buffer system, and triggers remain unchanged. If you want more close to mid-range punch out of an AR without moving up to a full-size battle rifle, 6.8 SPC is a proven effective choice. It's tailor-made for hunting or tactical applications where quick follow-up shots and extra stopping power are both priorities. Finally, let's talk about the 350 Legend, the rising star for hunters in straight wall-only states. The 350 Legend is a fascinating cartridge, mainly because it was built to solve a very specific legal problem. Many Midwestern states like Ohio, Indiana, and parts of Michigan have laws that require hunters to use straight-walled cartridges for deer hunting, effectively banning bottleneck rounds like .223 or .308. Introduced by Winchester in 2019, 350 Legend is a straight-wall cartridge that uses a slightly rebated rim and fires heavy for caliber bullets ranging from about 145 to 180 grains. Typical muzzle velocities hover around 2,100 feet per second, giving it effective energy and killing power out to about 250 yards, more than enough for whitetail deer and hogs. It was cleverly designed to work in AR-15 platforms with minimal modification. You keep your AR-15 lower in bolt, you just need a 350 Legend upper and magazines. It also fits nicely into lightweight bolt-action rifles for hunters who prefer a more traditional setup. Recoil is heavier than 5.56 but lighter than a full-powered .308 or even a 12-gauge slug, making it ideal for younger hunters or those who want manageable recoil with plenty of stopping power. Ammo's reasonably affordable and becoming increasingly common as more states open up to it. If you live in a straight wall-only state or want a simple hard-hitting AR for hunting deer and hogs within 250 yards, 350 Legend is one of the best options out there. It's a no-fuss, highly effective hunting round that lets you keep using the rifle platform you already know and love. All right, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of intermediate rifle cartridges. We've explored the nuances of each round, from the versatile 5.56 by 45 NATO to the powerful 350 Legend, and how they fit into various shooting scenarios. But the conversation doesn't end here. I'm curious, what's your go-to intermediate cartridge and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you and learning about your perspectives. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this.